just tell me a little bit about this month's show, please?
This exhibition is by members of the Sarnia Photographic Club and members of the Lawrence House, because people who exhibit here are members of the Lawrence House, but this one specifically for photographers of the club. A number of members of the club have photographs, and it's very open theme. It's called Through My Eyes, so the photographs are whatever they choose to present, and it ranges from still lifes through nature photographs to landscapes to travel photographs. So there's a whole range of work in it, and you get to see how different people interpret the world through their photography. So the show upstairs is also photography. It's by Kai Sorensen, who recently turned 90. And he was the founder and owner of Graphics, a graphic design, photography, printing house in Sarnia. It was a business for many years, and he's retired from that and still doing photography. And his son, Paul Sorensen, prints photographs and did the printing for his exhibitions. Yeah, it's a superb exhibition, and it's nice to have a photography theme, the photo club, and somebody who's been a long-time photographer.
Yeah, so we were just walking, just taking pictures of the Roberta Stewart conservation. And
yeah, I didn't know it was on First Friday.
there was a lot of dragonflies, and it was just an hour, you know, and there was a lot of and I just kept taking pictures, and I'd turn around, one would fly away, and I'd find another one, and this was one of them.
We were on tour and stopped for a rest in this park. It's a fabulous park, and it has this beautiful fountain. In the center, there's a super tall pillar. You can just see it leaving the frame at the top of the picture, but you can only get so much in one photograph. You have to choose. But I love the action in this fountain, and tried to capture and convey the sense of action that's in the fountain. But it's also very difficult to photograph because of the contrast in the light, because the parts that are in the light are bright and the parts in the shadow are dark. And I like the photographic effect of light and dark, but I also wanted to bring up the detail in the shadow. So I worked a lot in Photoshop on the post-processing with the contrast in the photo to be able to bring up the shadows, but still keep the contrast, like the water is spraying out of the horses' noses like their breath, and to try and capture that sense of action that the fountain conveys.
These are a beautiful wooden nymph moths. They're about 3 centimeters long. This is a male and female pair, a male and female together, but they look identical. And I've only seen them once or twice before. They're not very common. I've only seen them at Piers Wetland near Walsburg twice.
Okay, well I have 2 photos here. This one here was taken at Woodland Cemetery in London, a mausoleum. There's 3 structures. They seem to be built back into the hill. I have no idea if it goes into the hill or not, but it's very interesting. It was taken in the fall, obviously. This here is taken at Deer Lake, which is just west of Algonquin Park. It's, I like this. It was a sunrise. I like that. Look at the dock. It's very symmetrical. I quite like it.
This was taken in a small outer island in the Bahamas called Long Island. This is by the ocean near a beach, and there's a lot of abandoned buildings due to their weather and hurricane weather. And I just found it interesting that it was a window with a window, and it just kept going.
So this is a white feather that I took a picture of. I think it was at St. Clair's conservation area, and it had just rained. It had rained, and we were just there after. And I was walking, it was on the ground, and I took a picture of it. Not this close actually, but you know, I sort of took the whole picture of the feather. But later on, when I looked at it, I realized there were droplets of rain on it, and so I kind of cropped it.
So this photograph is shot in Bordeaux when I was a tourist there, and our tour took us walking past this carousel. It's fanciful and really antique looking, and really made me, stop and look. This one girl was on the carousel, and every time it came around, her father reached out to her, and she reached out to him. So I took a frame, like I have a series of about 5 pictures, managing to get her each time she came around, and this was the one that just kind of their hands reaching out to each other, and it's a photograph with a lot happening because you have all this detail in the carousel, and there's hidden detail in the shadows in the second level there. So there's some mystery to the photograph as well, and then there's this charming connection between the father and daughter as she rides it. So it was a fun picture to make.